Mr. President, I'm calling upon you now to order an end to these abductions, which you promised. You said somewhere, claiming that we are discussing matters about the economy of this country. Economy for who? If we are killing them, abducting and killing the young ones, so who are you doing the economy for?
Just a day after the reports on deaths of two Mlolongo abductees, Public Service Cabinet Secretary Justine Muturi has come out once again to tell of the government on the issue of abductions in the country.
I said the government, I'm not aware of any policy that supports abductions and extrajudicial killings. And it is not right that parents like these ones and relatives can stay for periods in excess of 40 days looking for their loved young ones.
Justine Muturi's recent statements have sparked significant attention due to his bold criticism of the government over the ongoing problem of abductions and extrajudicial killings in Kenya. As Cabinet Secretary for Public Service, his comments carry weight, especially given his direct challenge to President William Ruto. Muturi is not just raising concerns, but is calling for the immediate government action, demanding an investigation into these crimes and pushing for a commission to probe the systematic nature of the abductions and murders.
Mr. President, I'm calling upon you now to order an end to these abductions, which you promised, killings, extrajudicial killings, and an open inquiry to examine, inquire into how these things have been happening. We cannot make it normal. We know that these are very young lives that have been taken away. What do you think the parents of these young ones are feeling? When I called the press conference on the 12th of January, I ended by saying that this matter, if left unchecked, can plunge this country into chaos and anarchy, and called for a national dialogue, or indeed a commission of inquiry to inquire into these gruesome murders.
His stance suggests that these incidents should take precedence over the issues, including the economy, highlighting that the deaths and disappearances of young people cannot be ignored while discussions about national growth continues.
We said somewhere, claiming that we are discussing matters about the economy of this country. Economy for who? If we are killing them, abducting and killing the young ones, so who are you doing the economy for? This matter needs to be taken with the seriousness that it deserves.
What's particularly powerful about Muturi's remarks is his criticism of the government focus on international matters, such as peacekeeping efforts in the Democratic Republic of Congo, while domestic issues like the abduction and killing of citizens remain unsolved. This sets up a clear contrast between Kenya's external engagement and its internal struggles, with Muturi pointing out that these killings should be a national priority.
Put themselves in the shoes of these parents and relatives who have been agonizing. Did they enjoy Christmas? They could not, when everybody else was enjoying their Christmas. Surely, this must be something that we must take to the next level, where we must involve in a commission of inquiry, which must include people from all sectors. The law society should come up, be part of that commission of inquiry, religious groups, and the civil society groups like Amnesty International and others. Kenya Human Rights Commission, all of them, they should be involved in that commission, because we want the truth, and to put an end to this, we cannot take it as business as usual anymore, because I can just put myself in the hearts and the minds of these parents. You've seen one of the fathers here is not even able to appear because of the agony that is been taken through for the last 40 days.
His personal experience adds a compelling layer to his argument. The allegations that his son was abducted only to be later released following an intervention by the National Intelligence Service (NIS) on the president's orders strengthens his position. It's not just an issue he is addressing from a policy perspective. but as someone with a deeply personal stake in the matter. This lends his critique additional credibility and urgency, making it more difficult for the public or the government to dismiss his concerns.
I was lucky that when my son was abducted, I was able to reach the president, and he immediately ordered Nurdin Haji to release him. And Nurdin, went ahead and released him. How about these parents and relatives who cannot reach the president? It is something that is so serious that we must shelve all other things that we are doing, because I do recall that during the campaigns, we went around the country saying that abductions, extrajudicial killings would never happen at our watch. But now it is happening. It has been happening, and we are trying to normalize it. As we are here, mourning and grieving about these 4 who have gone missing. We are also aware that 2 young men were killed in Nakuru. In circumstances that are very clear that those involved are security personnel. I want to say we cannot be told that the police do not know. Our police is known to be one of the most efficient in this region. And therefore, if they wanted to crack this matter and bring the culprits to book, it will be a matter of just a few days or hours.
Muturi's challenge to the government is likely to prompt further public scrutiny, potentially pushing the issue of extrajudicial killings and abduction to the forefront of political discourse in Kenya. While some might see his criticism as politically risky, others may view them as necessary to ignite public demand for accountability and justice. Given the emotional weight and growing frustration around these crimes, his comments could very well catalyze broader calls for action from the public, civil society groups, and possibly even international actors concerned with human rights.
Regardless of your position in society, in government, in the security sector, remember, whatever you are doing, one day you may have to answer for it personally. You hold or you carry personal responsibility. Those of them that may not be clear should be reminded about the Nuremberg trials. You cannot be excused for obeying illegal orders from wherever they may be from. So people and Kenyans, please, those of you, I've seen many of you have taken pictures. Make sure that those pictures you take, store them safely, even in the cloud. One day in this country, you may find that those pictures you have taken may be the answer to this intriguing situation that we are going through in this country.
For ETV Africa News, I'm Kaindo Stefano, Mvita, Mombasa County.